ask Mr. Bergen if it'd be amendable to an amendment to his motion.
Fine by me.
But the seconder didn't make
Second. Yeah,
Mr. Vino.
Question, are we saying we're taking off the construction of the new police station?
No. What Mr. Smith is suggesting is that the renovation to the back of the school...
2, 3, 1, 4, Slade wants it. So it's the police station, the Batchelder, the new school, and the middle and high.
What happened to 5?
5 has been deleted.
It was?
That was the renovations to the bachelor school.
No, 5 was construction of new police station.
Right, that's first.
That's the third one down.
This is, he's talking about separate.
No, you're talking about the one.
Talking about the one that said construction of new police station, yeah.
Which is in the special town meeting program. Is what
Right,
he's
but
talking about.
the board did not take a position on that time. The only thing that we took a position on prior to town meeting in February, if I recall correctly, is Articles 1 and 2, the 2 school issues, the new school and the renovation to the Batchelder school site. Were the only 2 that we took favorable action on prior to the February town meeting. And then we stated that depending upon what the action of the town meeting was going to be, the board would then take a position on the remaining articles. We withdrew, at the request of the police station building committee,
That's right.
the construction of
That's right. That was
the new
opposed to that.
police. You were opposed to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's right.
But the board supported that position, town meeting supported that position. That's why it was not placed on the ballot at that particular time.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Again, my feeling is I would think that if we're going to do anything in the way of at least ordering these things, I think we should order them in a fashion in which town meeting approved them. Town meeting took favorable action on 3 out of the 4 questions. I think the 3 favorable actions should be placed in an order, and the one that would not act favorably on a town meeting should be the last one. If we're going to go true to form in relation to what town meeting action is and is taken, I think we should at least show some sort of respect towards the actions taken by a town meeting in an overwhelming majority. And as far as the specifics on the article which was defeated, first of all, it's overwhelmingly defeated at the town meeting, but I still believe, and I believed it last November, and I believe it in December, and I still continue to believe that that particular proposal should be put forth for the general public to vote on. And I vote in favor of that, putting it on the ballot. But I still think that preference should be given to articles that were given favorable consideration as far as ballot order by town meeting. It's just my own particular feeling. So that I would be more amenable to the original motion as Mr. Bagan put forth, which again still doesn't even follow true to what I'm saying. As far as the schematic designs, those were acted favorably. Construction and renovation to the Batchelder school was not. Any other thoughts or questions in relation to the? Yeah, Mr. Vino.
I personally, I don't care how they go on there, because I think everyone is going to walk into this polling place with their mind made up. I have no, either way is fine. I mean,
the reason that I left the schematic designs for the renovations to the high school and middle school, it may very well be a moot question by the time we get there, and that's why I left it last.
Yeah. Well,
If in fact it passes the town meeting, it's a moot question on the ballot. So it may or may not. It may or may not pass the town meeting, or it may be recommended, not even recommended at the town meeting for all I know. I don't know even how to find this. I was reading through the annual town report, and there's no recommendation made by the finance committee, nor is there by this board, naturally, for that particular question. So they got it in both places. They got it on the warrant, they got it on the ballot. So
as we did with the police station.
yeah,
Right.
very similar.
Very similar.
But that's what I would like to see. 1, the construction and renovation of the police station. 2, the reconstruction and renovation of the Batchelor School. 3, the construction of the new elementary school. And 4, the schematic designs for renovation of the middle and high school. That puts the two school questions together.
Personally, I'd like to see the two school questions put forward first, to be perfectly honest with you. The police station is important. The board is in full support of it. It's the elementary school questions which remains unsolved at this particular point. We all recognize the fact that we can't solve it individually here. And if those are going to be the two issues that are really going to draw the people out and draw the most interest, let's put them 1 and 2 and let people decide what they're going to do. And I don't disagree with Mr. Vino that most people are going to have their mind made up when they come out as to how they're going to vote on these things, but let's not
coming out of the box.
let's not try and confuse them either, and let's put the two most controversial issues up front and let the people decide. Why don't we do that?
Well, as you say, Mr. O'Leary, for the sake of confusion, if you put the police station first, then all of the school questions follow. So you've segregated the two, it makes it easier for people. Just see the police station, see the schools, and they're in that order. Rather than going back to schools, then back to the police station, then back to a school. I mean, I don't think we need a Florida here.
Any further discussion? Linda, what do you have down as far as the motion before us?
3214.
3214 is the motion that is before us. We've asked, there's been a request for a friendly amendment, which Mr. Bagan has agreed to, which would be, once again, 3214, which would be 1, so it would be 2, 3, 1, 4. Is that the previous?
4, that's fine.
It'd be 2314, right?
2314 is what Mr. Smith suggested to the maker of the motion. Who was
Savino,
agreed?
you want a second then?
And did the seconder?
In other words, why don't I withdraw my motion? Wouldn't that be the easiest way? And restate it? Okay, withdraw my original
The
motion.
seconder agrees to the withdrawal. Okay, Mr. Bagan.
Mr. Chairman, I move to set the order of the override questions for May 8th, 2001, town election ballot as follows. 2314.
Second.
Motion was made and seconded, and once again, to reiterate what that is, first ballot question according to this motion, if it's successful, is the construction and renovations of the police station. Question 2 would be reconstruction and renovation of the bachelor school. Question 3 would be the construction of a new elementary school. And question 4, schematic designs for renovations of the middle and high school. My only other question, in relation to question, would be question 2. And I recognize that the ballot questions don't have a dollar amount attached to them. How much money would we be looking for? And again, I would have to defer to the majority of the board.
It's the same question I guess you get on the next one. How much are you looking for the other one?
We have a number on that. That was what was passed at town meeting. What we have is, if you recall the, and this is just for public information because they have a right to know, obviously. Town meeting took specific action in relation to the construction of a new elementary school and authorized a specific dollar amount for that expenditure. State law allows, as far as the debt exclusion vote, to do it in several different fashions. One, you can take town meeting action first. Again, town meeting is the appropriating body determining how much of the dollars can be spent. The ballot authorized the expenditure of funds. In relation to the construction of a new elementary school, town meeting has set that figure. So there is a figure. In relation to the reconstruction and renovation of the bachelor school, town meeting has not set a figure. There is no figure. So my question is, what can the public expect?
Well, I guess my answer
When they
to that,
vote for it.
if you're asking me for an answer.
Why? Because I don't have the answer.
Right. I guess my answer to that is, on every one of the ballot questions that'll be on, there'll be no numbers attached to them on the question. There's no numbers.
No, but we know in relation to
The
question,
only number we
question
know
one.
is, go ahead.
Excuse me, the only one, the number that we don't know is what you're proposing to be question 2. which is the reconstruction and renovation of the bathrooms. We know we have a number from the police station building committee, which approved the town meeting, $4.8 million. We have, for the new elementary school Swamp Pond, we have a figure. For the schematic designs, we have a figure. On this particular question, we don't have a figure.
We do have a figure, but some of us don't agree with it. I guess that's probably...
Well, we don't have a
We
figure.
had a
that's
figure,
proven.
when they got up to town meeting, I think the figure they used was something like $20 million. I think some people didn't necessarily agree with that figure, but there was a figure presented, so...
But was not passed, so we don't have
No, it
a
wasn't
figure.
passed, but there was a figure.
So we do not have a figure for the public's consumption to know if they vote for this question, how much they're buying into.
Well, I don't know how you can say there isn't a figure, because there was a number. There was a number used.
It wasn't approved.
I didn't say it was approved, but there was a number. So there is a number that goes with this.
Only if it's approved.
Do we have the power to approve that figure?
No, but I guess the question is,
So it's a rhetorical question.
it's not
We can't do
rhetorical
anything.
to the extent that, what is it that's being proposed?
There was a fictitious $20 million figure.
Fictitious?
Fictitious.
Oh, I don't agree, it was fictitious.
My adjective.
Right, okay.
There was a number. Anyway, I'll call for the motion. For the question for the motion.
Any further discussion? Yes, sir. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Unanimous. Public hearings and street acceptances. First one is Oscar's Way. We have Mr. Rogers, the planning administrator, Mr. Sorrigan, the town engineer, present to discuss with members of the board recommendations for the street acceptances, several of them. First one I'm going to take up, Bob, is Oscar's Way.
The way it's been constructed, it's been on the ground for about a year. The last information from the town engineer after he inspected it was that it was in good shape and ready to be approved at town meeting.
Is there anybody present that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to town accepting Oscar's Way? Hearing none, we'll close the public input portion of the public hearing, and the questions from the board.
I have full faith in Mr. Rogers.
Mr.
Usually when
Sorrigan?
they come in here, the planning board is sitting half of them here. If they're not up to par, I'm sure they're not going to be before us, so I would have no problem with voting to accept Oscar's Way.
Accept the motion.
I move to accept the layout of Oscar's Way as shown on a plan drawn by Robert Anderson dated December 18th, 2000, by signing said plan and so reporting to the town.
Second.
Duly made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Unanimous. Something with the sign? Yep.
You should sign these, but they didn't give you the right signature block, so we'll take them back to you
Okay.
next week.
Next one, okay. Next one is Ren Circle.
We're going to recommend that you hold off on Ren Circle until October town meeting. They haven't been able to go and give it a good inspection.
Mr. Chairman, Bob, I did have one question. Who does the outside consultant now as far as construction of
We have
roadways
two
now?
outside consultants right now that work for the planning commission. One is Judith Niche Engineering,
Who?
Judith Niche Engineering, and the other is Design Consultants, St. Carthage and Grandy.
Out of Malden or something, you know, or Somerville or something? Where are
He's
they?
local.
He's
local.
North Andover, Andover.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers is recommending that we postpone action on this until October town meeting, or maybe later. Is there anybody else that wishes to speak in favor of opposition in relation to Ren Circle? Hearing none, we'll close the public input portion.
Can I just ask one question on that too? Ren Circle, that's been up 2 or 3, 4 different times for acceptance. Is there any particular reason why it's on the shelf again?
Yeah, it was built in the mid-'90s, and it was constructed properly. There was a period of time where there were no houses on it, actually. So the town didn't want to accept it until they finished doing all the construction. Then they built one house